In the present lecture, we will discuss the graphical method for 2 by n game with example problem. Let's see the problem. Solve the following 2 by 3 game graphically. Here player A having the 2 strategies and player B having the 3 strategies. So this game is 2 by n game model. Let's see the solution. First step is check the saddle point of the game. For this, first we have to determine the row minimum. So in the first row, minimum value is the 1, and in the second row, minimum value is the 2. Then the minimax value is the minimum value of among these maximum values of 1, 2. So maximum value is the 2. Then the minimax value is the 2. Next we have to determine the column max. So we have to determine the maximum value from the column wise. First column maximum value is the 8, and in the second column maximum value is the 5. In the third column maximum value is the 11. Next we have to determine the Maximin value, that is minimum value among the maximum values of 8, 5, 11. So minimum value among the maximum values is 5. So maxi-mini value is the 5. Here mini-max value is the 2 and maxi-mini value is the 5. So mini-max is not equal to the maxi-mini. Then this game is not having the saddle point. Next step is let x be the probability of selection of alternative 1 by player A, and 1 minus x be the probability of selection of alternative 2 by player A. So here player A having the 2 alternatives. Let consider x is the probability of selection of first alternative, and 1 minus x is the probability for selection of second alternative. So small x is the probability of selection of alternative of player A, that is the A1. 1 minus x is the probability of selection of second alternative of the player A, that is the for strategy A2, probability is 1 minus x. Next, to derive the expected gain function of player A with respect to each of the alternative of player B, and also determine the value of the gain when x equal to 0 and when x equal to 1. For this, draw the tabular column like this. Here, first column represents the B's alternative. Second column is the A's expected payoff function. And third and fourth column is the A's expected gain when x equal to 0 and when x equal to 1. So let's see the first column, B's alternative. B having the 3 strategies. So 3 alternatives, that is the B1, B2, B3. So write down these 3 alternatives of the player B, B1, B2, B3. Next one is the next column is the A's expected payoff function. So here you have to express the payoff values in the terms of the x, that is, so here for the player B first strategy, that is the B1 strategy, payoff values is the 1 and 8, and the probability of selection of first strategy is the x and 1 minus x. Now we have to write down the A's expected payoff function. For this one, you have to write down 1 into x plus 8 into 1 minus x. So 1 into x plus 8 into 1 minus x, that is the x plus 8 minus 8x. So this is becomes the 8 minus 7x. So next we have to determine the A's expected payoff function for the second strategy. So for the B2 strategy, so 3 and 5, so payoff values, and here we are considering the x and 1 minus x selection for the strategies of A1 and A2. Now we have to express so these payoff values in the terms of the x, that is the 3 into x plus 5 into 1 minus x, that is the 3x plus 5 minus 5x, which is become the 5 minus 2x. Next we have to write down the A's expected payoff function for the third strategy, B3 strategy, that is the 11 into x plus 2 into 1 minus x. 11 into x plus 2 into 1 minus x becomes the 11x plus 2 minus 2x, which is equal to the 9x plus 2. Next we have to determine the A's expected gain. For this one, so A's expected payoff functions, we have to substitute x equal to 0. For the B1 alternatives, substitute x equal to 0, we will get the A's expected gain is the 8. And let's consider gain value when x equal to 1. Then 8 minus 7, it will become the 1. Similarly, for the B2 alternatives, A's expected gain is the substitute x equal to 0 and 5 minus 2x, we will get the gain is the 5, and substitute x equal to 1 in the 5 minus 2x, we will get the gain is the 3. Next we determine the A's expected gain for the B3 strategies. Here substitute x equal to 0, gain value is the 2, and substitute x equal to 1, gain value is the 11. So here observe the A's expected gain values are the same as the payoff values of the B. So for the B1 strategies, so gain values are the 1 comma 8. Here also we are getting the same values 8 comma 1. So we can be draw the graph directly by using these payoff function values. But exam point of view, better you have to draw this tabular column. Okay, next I have to go for the next step, that is the plot the gain functions on a graph sheet by assuming a suitable scale. So on the graph sheet, we have to consider the x-axis is the x values, that is 0 comma 1, and the gain values we have to draw on the y-axis. So this is the graph sheet. So on the graph sheet, x-axis is considering the x values. Here x ranges is 0 to 1. So 0. So this is the 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and the 1. So here on the x-axis keep the x values, that is the 0 to 1. So next we have to draw the on the y-axis we have to keep the gain values. So here gain values is the, so these are all the gain values. Here ranges is 1 to 11. Minimum value is the 1 and maximum value is the 11. So we have to mark on the y-axis 0 to 11. On the both of the side when x equal to 0, similarly mark the gain values when x equal to 1 also, like this. So next one is the, we have to locate the, so expected gain of the B1 strategy. So for the B1 strategy, expected gain values is the 8 and 1. So locate the 8 when x equal to 0. Similarly locate the 1 when x equal to 1. So here we are locating the 8 when x equal to 0. Similarly we are locating the 1 when x equal to the 1. Then we have to draw a line by joining of these 2 points, that is the line B1 strategy line. Similarly, next we have to locate the 5, 3 for the B2 strategies. So when the x equal to 0, locate the 5. Similarly, when x equal to 1, locate the point to 3. And to join these 2 points, it will be give the line for the B2 strategy. Similarly, we have to locate the 2, 11 when x equal to 0, locate the 2, and when x equal to 1, locate the point 11. Then join these 2 points, it will be give the line B3 strategies. So these are the lines for the B1, B2 and B3 strategies. Next step is find the highest intersection point in the lower boundary of the graph. So lower boundary is below the line, we are calling as the lower boundary. And this is the lower boundary of the intersection points. So these are all the lower boundary for the B1 line as well as the B2 line as well as the for the B3 line. So it is the common area for all the lines at the lower intersection. So this is the lower intersection boundary. So in the lower intersection boundary, now we have to locate the highest intersection point. Here intersection points are the, so these are the intersection points. So these are all the intersection points. Among the intersection points, we have to locate the highest intersection point. So this is the highest intersection point. So this is the highest intersection point, and this point we are calling as the Maximi point. So this is the Maximi point, this point. So this is the higher intersection point of the lower boundary of the lines. So next step is we have to observe the how many lines are passing through this Maximi point. If the number of lines passing through a Maximi point is only 2, then we have to form a 2 by 2 payoff matrix. Here through the Maximi point, 2 lines are passing. One is this is the one line. Another one is this is the one line. That is the B2 line and the B3 line are passing through the Maximi point. So these are the lines B2 and B3 lines are passing through the Maximi point. Then we have to consider these two strategies for the player B. That is the second strategy and the third strategy. Then we have to form a payoff matrix for considering the player B point of view, two strategies, that is the second strategy and the third strategy. So this is the 2 by 3 is given game, but here we are considering the player B point of view, two strategies, that is the second strategy and the third strategy. Anyhow, player A having the two strategies, that is 1 and 2. So now this is the payoff matrix, so which is forming of the 2 by 2 payoff matrix. Next one is let's consider P1 and P2 are the probability of selection of first and second strategies of player A, and Q1, Q2 are the probability of selection of second and third strategies for the player B. So and also we know the formulas of the P1, P2 and Q1, Q2. Here we are calling as the value of the game. So in the previous lecture already we discussed these formulas. Now we have to substitute directly these A1, A2 values in the equations. Here we got the 2 by 2 payoff matrix. Let's consider A11 is the 3, A12 is the 11, A21 is the 5, A22 is the 2. Then substitute these values. We will get the P1 value is the 3 by 11 and P2 is the 1 minus P1, then P2 value is the 8 by 11. Similarly, substitute the A11, A12, A21 and A22 values in the Q1 formula. So we will get the Q1 value is the 9 by 11 and Q2 is the 1 minus Q1, that is the 2 by 11. Similarly, substitute these values A11, A22 and A12 and A21 values in the value of the game equation. We will get the V value, that is the value of the game is 49 by 11. So now the probability of selection of the first and second strategy of the player A is the 3 by 11 and the 8 by 11. Similarly, for the player B point of view, player B is selecting the only second and third strategy. So he is neglecting the first strategy, so probability is the 0. And the probabilities of the second and third strategies is the, for the player B is 9 by 11 and the 2 by 11. So this is the solution. So thank you.